Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tony. I am welcoming you back to the Flux campaign. And I usually play the character Puck, changeling, just goofy guy. And we'll be continuing today as the DM for today's sessions. And yeah, so brief wrap up of what happened last time was we had fought a giant stone or iron golem, and it was wreathed in flame and whatnot, molten metal and whatnot. It's actually stored on Lokar's home world as effectively a weapon, just in case the beloved ruler of the land came back and needed it. It was in the control of a Wanti snake woman, which unfortunately no one got to talk to, but you guys did get to manage to steal her amulet, which would control the golem. You return to the Grog people, and they wanted their amulet back because that was the item that they worshipped, I believe. Feel free to correct, but yes. And ultimately, I believe it was Lokar and Anoran and passively, I think, why am I forgetting names right now? Because Bardis, that ultimately thought that it should not remain in the hands of these people that cannot defend from themselves to protect this massive weapon. And so they had taken the amulet away and brought it with them to the world of Flux. I believe Anoran had gone to anoint. Is it anoint? Is the word for the sins of it?
Absolution.
Absolution.
Atone.
There we go. And everyone else had gone to the bar. Puck had changed into a Grong and pissed off Lokar, and then got some wounds and ran away. And ultimately, I think that's where we're at right now. Wrap it about. So, I guess it's roll call then, yeah?
Oh man, that's right. I go first this time. Hey, this is Charlie, and I play the Goliath Barbarian Bardis.
I'm Eric, and I play Lokar, the Tortle Paladin Warlock.
I am Theus, the very suave and handsome half-elf rogue.
I'm Dom. I play Anoran, the elf cleric of the sun. So Invicta, y'all need church.
I didn't even know a tone.
Go anoint yourself.
That's why.
Anoint. You gotta go anoint yourself or something.
Okay, guys. I don't have enough. Okay, you anoint yourself in the sun, but still, I'm not gonna do that right now.
It's gonna take a lot of holy oil or something like
Okay,
it.
Soul Invicta doesn't use oil. She uses the sun to anoint you.
Mm.
God.
So you just need a really strong catapult then. All right,
you cauterize the evil.
All right, so we're gonna just have you guys start right back up at the bar. And Anoran, have you finished anointing or atoning or whatever you do?
It doesn't work like that.
So wait, if you go towards the church, you just burst in flames because that's how you atone?
You just absorb the rays of the sun. No, I'm praying for forgiveness.
It gives you skin cancer, you know.
All right. So I'm gonna have it at the bar. So right now, I believe, I guess Isabel and whatnot has maybe gone to her room in the castle. just to relax after the big battle session from last, and Silva is still just wandering around, I guess.
Didn't we have a long rest last time?
I can't remember.
I believe we allowed a long rest. Yes.
I
Okay.
think so, yeah.
Didn't we
So, yeah,
technically need
Pick
it
up
to
the next
level?
morning.
All right. So next morning, are you guys gonna go to a place other than the bar?
I think Lokar would go down and grab a drink and then go brood off the edge of the area.
The
The
Brooding.
what?
Like the edge of Flux. Like he would kind of go
Oh.
to the edge and just kind of brood out into the space.
all right.
Yeah. He's out there. So many problems. I've got
So much brooding.
He's like
Alright.
Jon Snow in Game of Thrones brooding.
Does he have his own personal like cloud of rain and thunder? Just be like,
No, that would be too pleasant for Lokar.
Yeah. So you're looking out, and it's just pretty much a vast amount of emptiness. It seems like there's like some cloud fog at the bottom floating around, but it's just empty.
Yeah, much like Lokar's heart after seeing his world again.
Mm.
God, my God, there's just so much emo.
Hey, man.
So, and where are you guys? Bardis, Lokar? Oh, not Lokar. Anoran, and Theos.
No, I guess I'll try to walk up and I notice the brooding because it's like it's so present. So I walk up to him and you just like stand quietly next to him.
All right. So,
Would not acknowledge you.
Mm-hmm.
I will be in the library bar reading a book and sipping on an ale.
Not gin and juice.
No.
Bardis
It's
will
like
go to the
8
library bar, but review some of the maps from the worlds we've been. Something I know I keep always remembering afterwards that Bardis does cartography, so just take some of his map scrolls out and start looking through some of the worlds. Yeah, because he hasn't done that in a while, I realize.
yeah. And then just for a reminder from me, the amulet from last time. Who has that?
We gave it to Tim.
Ah, okay. Well, Tim doesn't have it anymore.
Wait, what?
Do I find it on the floor?
You hear Tim just looking around for it, scrummaging. And he's just like looking through his backpack and his tools and whatnot, because he staged himself near the library as well.
So if at the bar while trying to
Oh,
study
shit.
and review maps, is it obvious that this moron wizard enchanter guy is like
He's,
shoving stuff all over the place trying to find something?
yeah, he's like, "Where the hell is it? I was just looking at it, like." And he's like looking under his bag, like pulling out like hammers and magnifying glasses and stuff like that. Scrolls, not scribes, but
He just has a bag of fries.
a bag of scribes.
They're like intern scribes. That's where he keeps them.
You get back in the bag.
They can't breathe there. We can't breathe in
no,
there.
no, go back in the bag. I don't need you right now. So
lose something.
the amulet, like, where did you guys? When you guys pick it up while I was looking through my books? No.
And Bardis' eyes get a little wider. You lost the amulet?
He goes back into looking at his bag and whatnot. You don't really see anything else really a myth. You could see that actually. Yeah, he's looking panicked trying to find this item that you guys just trusted him with and just can't find it anymore. And if you want Bardus, you could roll a perception.
Score. Let's do this.
And it
17 on a perception check.
you can see actually on the side of his bag, which he was using to hold it, that there is a small hole that looks like it was scratched open. And it looks like maybe it came out there.
So, did you lose something, Tim?
You're not gonna kill me, are you? You know that amulet that you guys gave me yesterday to see if I could, research and maybe make it so you guys can use it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not here.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean it's not here?
He's I don't know. It's not here. And yeah, so he's just digging. He's like now looking. Is like, all right, I maybe I'll check. God, I didn't even move. I just fell asleep at the bar. Can you help me try and find it? Maybe it's lying around here somewhere.
Sure.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because we need that, right?
Mm.
So, Bartish, I will. Well, hell, I'm not even going to try to roll up my maps. Really, I just start looking around. I point out to Tim though the hole in his bag. What happened there?
How is that? That's new. Looks like it's like three of them, like little claw marks. Like,
So, what do we do? We retrace our steps. Where have you been, other than here?
I don't have any. There's no cats around here, is there? Well, I don't think Nirek would. What is Nirek now? I don't think Nirek would do this.
I think he's a cat.
Yeah, I think she is actually a cat right now.
Oh, that's chance.
All right.
I don't know.
Well,
maybe I don't know. Look around here. Otherwise, I say let's maybe get the others and mention that it's been misplaced and see if we can get it.
I'm sorry, but what exactly was misplaced?
Amulet. And you see Tim shrunk his shoulders down a little bit.
Amulet. I don't think I saw this amulet.
It's I believe it was like red colored. What can you describe the amulet, previous DM?
It is a amulet on a copper chain, and the amulet itself is shaped like a shield.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now back into character. Steal.
Well, all right. This is kind of like a purse. It's a bag, but it's kind of like a purse, and it's been cut. So, do you know any cut purses around here? Speaking directly to Theus. I guess.
I will start looking around for the amulet. Do you want me to roll anything? Investigations, perceptions, anything?
Yeah,
like that?
investigation.
Okay. I am completely average in my detective skills. It's a 10.
You unfortunately don't see much beyond like just the bag is sitting on the edge of the table, and it's got a hole in the side of it. And frankly, the only ones here right now are the barkeep and the librarian and the Tim, and you and Theus, because the others are currently sleeping or brooding.
And can I do a survival check on either any leftover like footprints or tracks, or maybe even on the bag itself, the claw marks, to see if that's I can identify maybe what kind of
Yeah, you
creature
could do
would have
that.
done it?
Go ahead.
14 survival.
All right. Yeah, you can kind of see like if you look down at the floor just below, you can kind of see like pairs of 3 marks like divoted into the ground, and they're going towards the library shelves. And they're small, really small, like a cat, but cats don't really have the claws to dig into wood like that.
All right, I will do my best to start following whatever tracks or signs I can discern towards the library shelves.
All right. Anyone else? Theus? Okay. So pretty much you can see going towards the shelves. It's going up the side of one of the bookshelves and going towards the top. And yeah, that's all you
How
can see
tall?
of this shelf.
Okay,
How tall is probably for you? It might be eye height. It's the top shelf.
okay, yeah, that's what I want to say. Okay, I can see you looking around, and seeing what I can find. Any other tracks? I don't know if you want me to roll either investigation or survival again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want me to roll any like investigation or?
Yeah, you can if you like. You can kind of see that Bardis just looked at the bag, start following the ground, and then start. Especially the odd trigger for you is Bardis started walking towards the library.
That doesn't seem right. I better investigate. I know they're looking for an amulet that looks like yay and colored ye. So let's I guess let's roll an investigation and see what I can find.
Wow, that's what triggers you right there. Like Bardis is going to go read? Bullshit.
I know he draws, but reads? That is a straight 14.
Pretty much you're following along the same tracks, but you can't really see the same height. I would like you guys to roll. Would it be a knowledge or intelligence check to remember? Wisdom check?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
I think it'd be wisdom.
It is wisdom to remember, I think.
Wisdom to remember.
Intelligence to know, wisdom to remember.
Oh, that is a 21.
You in particular remember that there is a small little denizen of the library that existed before, came here before you guys.
Bardis, maybe we need to check in with our little friend.
Who? Reflecting off my totally crappy check. There's no way I remembered what I had for breakfast this morning.
That's okay. I don't even remember what I named him. I'm pulling up Google Docs right now.
Queequeg?
Queequeg. It was Queequeg, yes. You remember the weird impish thing, Queequeg or whatever it was called.
Bardis stares blankly at you.
Come along. I start trying to lead Bardis to where we found Queequeg before. The secret room.
You hear, as you're going towards that general direction, books moving around in a very quick fashion.
Queequeg, is that you?
Along the tops of the shelves, like, yeah.
Queequeg, is that you?
And then running back, and then you hear some scampering.
Do I follow the scampering?
Scampering is leading back to that secret library area.
Yep, I go in.
And you'll see right as you enter, pretty much Queequeg right in front of the secret bookshelf with the necklace in hand, just panicking, glancing around wildly. And if you don't say anything real quick, he's going to try and hide again.
Let me see what I
that's
can do.
Queequeg.
Let me see what I can do. I will try I'll try a deception. I'll try a deception on him. I'll go, Queequeg, wait! That amulet! It'll turn you to a toad if you don't drop it right now! Deception.
Alright, and then...
That is a 24 deception.
And then he lets go of it. Master never said that. Master never said that.
I walk up and I grab it.
No! No, Toad!
You're already kind of like a toad. Little imp. Now, what do you mean Master never told you about this amulet?
Well, that thing doesn't turn people into toads. It controls the giant iron golem in the other world.
It was a clever ruse.
Oh.
You see.
Oh. Well, he did drop it.
That amulet is Master's.
Yes.
Can Queequeg have it back for the Master?
I don't know. Who's this master of yours?
He's not talking. He's just grunting and also very, very intimidated by you standing over him, and then I think Bardis is just in the doorway, but yeah. He's not answering. It's a gift for my master. It's his though.
That's fine. We have ways of making you talk. As
No,
Bardis,
I don't know.
not Bardis. As Theus reaches into a pocket, pulls out a little needle, and then it turns into a dagger.
All right, so Queequeg is going to turn around and and try and get away really quickly. So Queequeg just reflexes and just runs straight into the bookshelf. Just like you scared Queequeg enough that he just about faced right into the bookshelf. Some books now almost fall off the shelves.
I reach down to grab him by the scruff of the neck.
Leave Queequeg alone, please. Please, it's my master's necklace, and I just wanted to be protected.
Tell us about your master.
No.
You're gonna make me do this, aren't you, Queequeg? How unfortunate.
He starts squirming a lot.
I very roughly press him against the wall with my hand as I'm holding him, and I just start tracing the tip of the dagger along the stone wall next to him, slowly drawing it closer. Now, tell me about your master.
Master's very strong, and that is a gift for my master. And then that's all I can.
What's his name?
Master would kill me if I do that. You can't threaten me with death if he's going to kill me anyway.
Theus is going to kill you if you don't talk too.
No, I'm not going to kill you. I'll leave you alive, just as an unmoving, unspeaking husk.
And he squirms a lot. He's trying to get out of your hands again, but it's probably failing. Oh, we rolled a 19.
Oh, you want me to roll athletics against that?
Sure. I don't know what his stats are, but...
Well, I think the highest I got was a 12, and I have a plus 0, so I think he beats it.
He squirms out and maybe falls, but then quickly is going to climb up the bookshelf to like the very top. And I can't remember if Queequeg.
Queequeg can turn invisible. I do not believe he can fly. He's a quasit.
Claws. He's got claws. He can climb. Yeah?
I said he can't fly.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Or can he?
Quasits can.
Yep, they have bat wings.
Yeah. But he's going to the top of the bookshelf and going to a place where he can't reach. Just leave.
Okay.
Leave Queequeg alone.
I put the amulet around my neck, stuff it inside my robe.
He's just squinting at you.
And I just like do the toodaloo fingers as I turn and walk away.
Mm-hmm. He's just eyeing you as you leave.
I Queequeg as Theus leaves, then I leave.
Right. So, are the Brood Brothers done, or?
Well, that's him. I'm entirely just, it's his brooding. I'm just, in the.
Along for the brood ride.
We're very much like Jon Snow and Tyrion. What's the Lannister, the dwarf? Tyrion.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say he was like the Sam Deer Jon Snow.
Not pissing off the edge of the world.
I mean, I probably at some point would realize he was behind me and just go, "Are the others up yet?"
They are. How are you doing?
wonder what they're doing. I'm sorting everything out from what has happened.
It's a lot to take in. Is there anything I can help?
Both times that we visited my home planet, it seems like it's getting worse, and now I'm not sure that anything can actually be reversed at this point.
I can't even imagine what that feels like.
I just fear that even if we do everything we can to reverse this ritual, has too much time passed where nothing can be undone.
I don't know. But this ritual is a hope. If we can undo it, maybe we can save your world. Whether or not that's possible, I think that's something to worry about in the future. Right now, all we can focus on is what's ahead of us.
What's ahead of us also scares me. I feel like every time we run into a world, we realize that we don't have enough power to fully stop what we need to.
Power will come with experience. We're already stronger than we were at the beginning of this. Maybe we'll be stronger.
Yeah, but will we be strong enough? I'm afraid that based on that golem that we were up against, if we end up against something else that strong, we may not come out of it next time.
We might not. We can only leave it to the whims of the gods. Is this really all? He kind of like looks off to the side and like stares out into the darkness, into the void himself. You must trust in them, in the gods. That's really all we can do.
My faith currently lies with the Celestial. It's given me the power that I have now and hopefully gather more in the future, but all I know is that if I end up on my planet again, I don't know if I can take it.
You'll have friends there.
I don't think that's true. We just stole from the frog people that were there. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it that way, and unfortunately, the universe kind of forced my hand in that one.
I didn't mean the quantity of friends. I mean us. We'll be there. We'll do what we can. That's all we can. That's all we can do. God's willing, we'll succeed.
We need more power. And he kind of looks at the sword hilt and says, some of these items are providing us the power we need, but I feel like at some point we need more. We need to arm ourselves much heavier, even with the experience. Hopefully, experience and equipment will do what we need it to.
Only time and the gods know. Come, we should get back to the others. We spent enough time. We spent enough time thinking on what the future may bring.
Yeah, if we leave them alone long enough, who knows what they're going to get into?
Probably explosions. I would guess explosions. I'm probably
Who
gonna have to
knows
heal
who
one.
they can piss off?
I'm probably gonna have to heal one of them by the time I get back.
That's fair.
We're not
So-
the ones who had to be sat down and told about racist killings and why they're bad.
No, we're not disparaging you for backwards thinking. We're just saying you guys are chaos and just very accident prone.
But you're part of that chaos.
Well, yeah, but I also heal the chaos.
To be fair,
Fire.
Lokar would be much more worried about Puck being there than just Bardus and Theus.
One of you is injured, and Puck just decides to just like stick a finger into the injury. Like he did last
Like
time.
Puck do. Like Puck do.
Like Puck do. But yeah, we head back to the bar library.
The Barbary.
Yes.
All right. So, as you guys are heading that way, you guys can see in your stroll towards that direction, the what seems to be like the center of town, which is just constantly the portal. You see a portal starting to form.
Do we all see
Well-
this?
Yeah, well, they see it because they're walking by it because the library is kind of facing the town center, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
That's
you guys are walking by it. And yeah, you just see essentially portals just starting to fade into existence there.
Well, yeah, I assume that Honora and I are walking over and we can see it pretty clearly because we're outside.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Theus and I mean, would we even see it? Maybe?
I think we probably just walked back into the bar area of the library. I don't know if we stepped outside.
And I suppose if there are really nice windows.
Are there nice windows, DM?
I believe it was somewhat open front, wasn't it? Or is that the armory, the blacksmith that was completely open?
The
Well, yeah,
blacksmith
but-
shop was open.
I think the door is fairly open too to the library. I mean, it's just gone under construction.
Plot device. There's windows we can see.
Yeah.
There are windows.
Whoa, man, the architects work fast here.
Yeah.
Never even see them.
So there are windows, but you guys will see it just as a dark reddish glow portal, just starting to phase into existence.
You seeing this, Theus? Theus?
Yep.
Sorry.
Apparently, it's back to work again for us, I guess.
Make sure you give Tim that amulet. Tim, don't lose the amulet. And I start rolling up all my maps that I left on the table.
Theus sighs and takes off the amulet, puts it in Tim's hand, and says, "Don't let it out of your sight. There is an invisible Quasit running around trying to steal it."
For his master.
Yes.
Wait, who has the amulet?
We just gave it back to Tim.
Yeah. You hear a little bit of shuttling from the bookshelves.
Oh, wait. Tim lost the amulet, and you gave it back to Tim?
Well, technically it was stolen from him.
Yes.
Okay. I'm seeing a pattern.
Wait, when was it stolen?
Oh, look, a giant portal.
Oh, look, a giant portal. Away!
I feel like they're avoiding the question.
I think so.
I think we're avoiding the question because you're not there.
So, are you guys just shouting this across, or?
Never mind. I thought I heard you guys talking. I thought you were telling us about it. Never mind. All right, moving on.
No, we're still in the bar, actually, just doing this right now. So the sudden window syndrome that the library has just come suffered, has allowed us.
It just started. Yeah, just the librarian looking at the plans, like I don't remember those being there. All right, so, you guys heading towards the black and red portal?
Yeah, sure.
Yep, roll my maps up, then grab my shield and strap it on and start making my way cautiously towards the unknown.
That's not how the song goes.
Making my way across town square, walking slow, and I'm portal bound.
Portal bound, okay. So, let me know if you guys who goes in, whatnot, order, whatever.
Oh shit, I ain't going in. No.
No? You don't have puck to throw in this time?
I mean, we could. Wait, where's Queequeg?
Hey,
Go get Queequeg.
Queequeg, as I said, you heard some rustling from the bookshelves as soon as you let go of the amulet again.
I watch the portal as it has formed and continue to watch it.
I go back into the library. I go, Tim, can I see that amulet?
Sure. Didn't you just give it to me? And you see him shuffling through the bag again, and he starts pulling it out.
All right,
Here it is.
I take it from him. I look at it. I go, all right, well, I'm just going to go outside and leave the amulet on the ground outside. And I walk outside.
All right, roll perception.
Yeah, I'm going to wait and see if Queequeg follows me outside. There is a 16.
You hear nothing.
I hear nothing?
You hear nothing.
Okay, I keep walking towards the portal, and I will literally lay the amulet on the ground 5 feet away from the portal.
All right. Anyone else?
And then I will call out very loudly, I am leaving the amulet on the ground and stepping away. I wonder if it will stay there. And I then slowly step away from the amulet.
All right.
And I'm sure I'm getting really weird looks from Anoran, Lokar, and Bardis.
Yeah,
it's like I'm morbidly, like Noran's like morbidly curious.
Why have we not walked into the portal yet?
I don't know.
I was asking as Lokar. Like, I feel like watching Theus put down the sword and start talking to it. I'm like, can't we just walk into this thing?
I'm instead of like this, Noran's gonna walk into the portal. This is shenanigans.
Right.
Agreed. I'm walking with Anoran.
All right, so you guys both enter the portal, and it's just Bardis and Theus now.
You know we can't leave that there, right?
I know. I'm just gonna wait a little bit more, a couple more seconds.
Well,
still nothing.
Yeah, you're staring at the thing.
Well,
It's not moving at all.
I guess it will just stay here, and I reach down to pick it up.
And right around there, you. All right, so 17.
17 what?
That'd be a so maybe 14 strength.
Strength or dex? Because this is grabbing.
Dex? Oh, grabbing. Then fine, 20.
Dex wise, that's a 20. Oh, that's a 26.
Okay. You see the amulet just pick up from the ground as you're grabbing it, and then you get your finger around it, and then it just falls into your hands again.
Well, actually, I'm gonna try and grab Queequeg even though he's invisible. Can I roll a dex check to grab him at disadvantage to grab him?
Go ahead and try, and I'll roll that too. All right, so would that be a dex for him too?
That could be a dex or an acrobatics to avoid. I rolled pretty shit though.
He got a 19.
I got a 17. I miss.
All right, so pretty much it gets caught in your hand, but you do manage to get a good finger on it, and it falls in your hand again. You hear some scampering go off in another direction, and you hear a hiss.
I put the amulet back around my neck and I walk into the portal.
All right, so and then it's just Bardis. You just stare at her.
My turn. And I'll walk in.
All right. So as you're going through this portal, it's a bit unlike what you've seen before. Pretty much as you're going through this portal, you just feel a little bit of resist, but not much. And you just feel a lot of heat as you're going through this portal. But as you guys, yeah, it's kind of like not singeing arm hair hot, but pretty hot. And what you'll do is all of a sudden come out from the darkness, and you'll emerge in what looks to be a craggy little alleyway. And it is just a dark alleyway. You look to your left and right, and you'll see really, really tall buildings, both to your left and right. You'll see, as you're stepping into this stone ground, that there are some bodies behind you as the portal closes.
Bodies.
Bodies, and it looks like they've been murdered, but they're in the alleyway where you guys are.
Medicine to see how they died?
Well, you can see that their throat's been cut.
That would do it. That would do it. Can we hear anything around us?
It's actually fairly quiet, but roll a quick investigation check. Or, I guess, perception.
I guess I'll roll a perception.
Especially you, Anoran, since you're right up there.
I'm going to have my sword drawn, by the way. Not out yet, but drawn.
Well, there goes my nat 20 for the night. 27 perception.
You can see after the portal has faded, and there are actually 3 bodies around the perimeter of the circle of where the portal was on the ground. And what ended up is, when you're looking into the stone, you could see that there are what look to be runes written in blood in the circumference of the ring. And yeah.
Are they freshly dead?
Yes.
Are you saying it's like a circle made in blood, or is the blood just randomly splattered?
the circle is like a runic circle written in blood.
But like where the portal was.
Where the portal was, and there are three bodies, and they are pretty much triangulated around the circle. And yeah,
I don't mean to alarm anyone, but looking at this, I wonder if somebody summoned us here using the blood of these people.
I want to look at the clothing and try to discern what level of society that the people were that were killed.
They're actually kind of low. The one low, like really tatty clothes, and then there's one that's like a modern, average middle class citizen. As a matter of fact, yeah.
Would I recognize the style of clothing at all?
Actually, yeah, you would. They look like some city clothes, common folk clothes of the city that you're from.
No. You see,
So-
everyone just sees Theus start to actually kind of go pale, which is interesting being a half-dark elf. Just start to pale a bit as his eyes dart towards the end of the alley and he starts to split from the rest of the group and try to head towards a main street.
What spooked him?
Or I hope it's where you're from. So
I move to follow.
So as you guys head out of the alleyway into the street, you guys can see in front of you a very large, if you can see that high, skyline of towers, and it's just a metropolis.
This is unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Wow.
They're just towers reaching up absolutely everywhere. There's little little bridges going between towers and whatnot. And yeah.
Sorry, finish.
Oh, sorry. It's just kind of massive stonework. There's a lot of woodwork too going between the towers, and this almost every single building is frankly massive. And Theus, you know that this is actually the city of Sharn.
Oh, no, not here.
I want to investigate if I can. So where the bodies are and the blood is drawn, is there footprints that would indicate the direction of the people that did this and which way they would have gone?
No, there are not. But you can see that it was drawn very cleanly, except for whatever blood was spilled by any extra spurts. Nothing on like handprints or footprints. However, if you look down the streets, you can actually see that there are some bodies strewn across the road.
Was it the direction Theus went?
Actually, if you look anyway, down the street where Theus is going or the other way, you'll see some bodies in the roads.
Well, that's a lot of bodies. I guess we might as well follow Theus.
Yeah, it's not like a ton, but there's some in the roads. And actually, what I'd like everyone to do is roll a fortitude.
Okay.
You mean con check?
Well,
Because there's no fortitude.
Oh, dang.
That is a 17.
17 as well.
Oh, I'm sorry, 18.
Well, mine's
Okay.
still 17.
21.
All right.
4.
All right. Lokar, you're getting very queasy. And
Okay.
you'd actually get the condition sickened.
Get the what condition?
Sickened.
Ah, okay.
And so, Theus, you're kind of leading the pack right now because you kind of recognize this place. Well, actually, I think right now is actually a good time to take a break, probably. Yeah?
Well, we still have like 10 minutes if you want to keep going for the hour, but I
Sure.
don't see Sickened on D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond under... Am I messing up the sheet? It's there's a second condition, isn't there?
No, there is not.
Condition. Where is
There's
it?
invisible. Am I invisible?
No, you're not invisible. Why am I messing up this condition? Active conditions.
Blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened,
Poisoned.
poisoned.
Poison?
There we go.
Okay.
We'll go with poisoned. That sounds good enough.
If I was diseased, that would be better.
There is no diseased.
There is.
No, there isn't.
But I have a defense to disease.
You have a defense to diseases, but there is no condition called diseased.
What is your defense to disease, sir?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking at.
I just want y'all to know I have my sword and holy symbol out now.
It just says it makes me immune to disease.
All right, so you can't catch a cold or lycanthropy.
Or COVID.
You can't catch the disease. That's
No Rona?
All right, I'll take that into account.
the inability to catch a condition that doesn't exist.
Huzzah!
All right, so pretty much you're in the middle of the City of Towers, in the middle of the road. Wisdom check for you, Steve, Theos, to try and see if you can remember precisely where you're at.
Oh, that's not too bad. Let me pull up my character sheet. I was just looking at low cards for the disease thing to see what that looked like. That was a wisdom, you said?
Yep, and
21.
All right, so you recognize that you're towards the, I can't see the name, like the outer wall on the northern district of Sharn on the lower level. Because you can see that the towers are raising really high, and you can actually see that there's a wall just out of sight.
What time of day is it?
It's about just after afternoon. So,
Wow, so
two.
someone did all that carnage in the middle of the day?
Well, you can see that it's not the entire population out here. This is just a few bodies and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, still. I am.
But there are bodies in the streets.
I'm gonna default, see if I can if I can get back to whatever hideout Puck and I had to see if it's still there.
Yeah. Well, actually, you guys are quite near. It's just a little bit to the west, I think. No, the east. Okay. Yeah, go towards the east. But you can see that your compatriots are kind of on edge and not really knowing where they're going.
Oh, as a side note, while Theus was thinking, it looks like according to most D&D sheets, disease is like a sickness. Like if you were to be sick by something and more story driven, but poison is an actual condition like provided by monsters and things like that. And that just gives you a disadvantage on attack rolls. But however you want to handle that.
So, all right, fine. I'd say...
I mean, like, if you were calling it a in the state, I would think of that more as a disease. I'm not going to say that I should be immune to it just because of...
Pretty much what I was going to have is... We'll see, okay?
That's fine.
I'm going to... So, but right now, you're just a bit queasy.
Okay. So you want me to stay poisoned because that would just give me a disadvantage on rolls, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also rolled a 4, but
agreed. I'm not arguing that point.
but I am going to take it into account from now on. So, pretty much, you guys gonna follow Theus if he's just walking in that direction, or Theus, you gonna help guide him towards the hangout?
I kind of hang back a little bit, thinking and being like, man, do I stick around here? Should I tell them where I'm going? Should I make them go with me? And I eventually decide to walk up to them and be like, hey, so, this is actually the city that I'm from. Yay!
I would just like to say that I'm glad that it's not my world, but I apologize that it's yours, and this place makes me feel sick.
Yeah, so you don't usually find bodies like that in this portion of the city. That's usually in the lower levels. But either way, I want to go see if we have a place to possibly stay, since this is where I'm from. Maybe we're somewhere in time where I still have my home for us to go to.
All right.
Yeah, there's much death. This is your city is death.
Like I just said, you don't usually see this except for in the slums and the lower levels. This is unusual, and I think we should move before we're caught with the bodies.
I think I agree.
Lead the way, Theus.
I do my best to lead them to my hideout.
All right. So pretty much you go east on the road, and you actually just roll a quick knowledge check, wisdom check. Please just break more than like 8.
I rolled an 11 without my bonus, so is that enough?
Very good. So what happens is you're like 1, 2, okay, this one, and you pick an alleyway to go down. What you see is just a giant brick wall in front of you, and you have the buildings to your left and right. And Theus, you just start pushing a certain brick, and then you actually can remember that you just go through the wall.
Yep, and everyone just sees Theus walk right through a brick wall.
Huh.
Cool trick. Ugh.
That's alrighty.
Put my hand through the brick. Attempt to put my hand through the brick wall.
All right, so Theus, you kind of actually see just Bardus reaching towards you as if the wall weren't there, and Bardus, you see your hand going through the wall.
I try tickling his hand.
Oh. Hey. Huh. And I rear back and like lunge through because I do not understand this mechanic.
I step to the side.
Yes. And I don't know if there's any trash cans in front of you or anything like that. You're fine. Please
I walk
roll athletics to stop quickly, though.
Sure.
There's not much in front of you. You're good as long as you don't charge for like 40 feet.
I mean, 14 athletics to like lunge forward without killing somebody or myself.
Yeah. And so you guys all go through the wall?
I'll make my way through, yes.
So as you go through, you'll see along the path that there is a diagonal. It's kind of like a little market way. There's not really any dead bodies along this way. There is 1 or 2 marketers, and you remember that you live down at the end of the lane, and your business is across the street too.
I bet I stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, but the city's scene weirder. You can actually see to the sides of the illusionary wall that you just came through two very tall. They're kind of like almost the same size as Bardis. They are just standing there with swords at point down, and their eyes are glowing blue and whatnot. You see Thales. These are two sentry warforges just keeping eye on Allie.
Ah, gentlemen. Hello. Good to see you're still at work.
Welcome back, Thales. It's been a while.
Indeed. Sorry, I've been away for a while. Lots of business.
And I think now is a good time to pause. So we'll end the session here and continue on next time.
Did we just find a smuggler hideout?
Yes. Well, you didn't find it. You live in the damn area. Sorry.
Oh,
swearing.
I am the smuggler.
I still like Tony saying, "Oh, I hope this is your home world," when you both agreed and came from the same home world.
Yeah, well, no, I got concerned of like, oh crap, like, is he talking about like the half-drow like background, not like the area that we call home, but the
gotcha.
old like the homeland, if that makes sense.
Motherland.
Yeah, the motherland.
Look, I'm not saying we're going to walk into the Mos Eisley Cantina, but we're going to walk into the Mos Eisley Cantina now.
Oh wait, that's probably copyright.
Yeah.
Really gonna get us. That's really gonna get us off the air.
I'm telling you, one time per session, I got to try and get us sued.
4 beats, I think, is fine. All right, so yeah, we're gonna take a break and come back, and then you guys can wait till next week. Yay!
Yay! Later.
Don't forget we have socials. And we're not. Well, yeah, we want to be more active on them, but obviously that takes people to be watching them. So I guess
you can come find us at Infinity's End Gaming on Instagram and Facebook, and you can find us at Infinity's EG on Twitter. Come check us out.
There you go. All right, have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.